from the heart of Delta State. You are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
All right. A very, very good morning. We're getting to the late part of the morning. So we're going to be good afternoon very soon because it's 11 o'clock in London. I don't know whether you're joining me. Today is Happy New Month. Nigeria do happy everything. They even have Happy New Week, Happy New Month, Happy New Year. So let me join the chorus to say Happy New Month. Welcome to the month of August 2026. Today is the first day of August 2026, and this is the weekly bulletin reaching you from SRTV London. Yes, sir. The essence of the weekly bulletin, I decided to pick it up today because so many things need to be said. I have done a lot this week. I have to give myself some credit that I've covered quite a lot this week. And it will be good to kind of give it some kind of a wrap that we can put it in perspective. I have touched on so many things. I talked about the state as a creator. I have insisted that is the last one of yesterday, that God did not create death, that we created death that is killing us. I've touched on so many things this week. But today, I just felt that I should put it together because it looks as if I am fighting someone. But in a true sense of it, I'm not. And that looks as if I am particular about Delta State government and I'm fighting the governor of Delta State. That is the interpretation. But at the end of the day, you find out that it's me that actually love you more than the person who is praising you. But let's history judge that. But if you can realize it now, we'll be making really, really good progress. So today, I want to be very calm and I want to be thorough in my approach. And this approach is not going to be pleasing. You're not going to like it, but we need to do it. Today, I want to ask a question that this so-called multinational, we want to, because they, when I don't say, I don't go bring the words of the governor of Delta State again. So it's not only in Delta State, that every Nigerian government, even the federal government of Nigeria, our wish is to attract foreign investment. I want to use that word, attract foreign investment. So they bring in their money, they bring in their technology, so they help you to grow the place. Now, on the surface, what will happen? Like my friend wrote today, they will create jobs, which they actually create some infrastructure, some build schools, because they are there, and they do produce some 1 or 2 basic amenities which the community needs. And on that ground, you can say, oh, it's a great thing to have multinationals. I don't think I can count the advantages of having a multinational. I'm afraid to touch it because it's such a sensitive topic. Before I say 1 or 2 things now, like I noted today, they're going to say it's xenophobic, and why am I like every South African who's not saying that only foreigners should do business in their land or should stay in their land? I don't think that's what I'm saying. I'm scared to get into that cycle. So what I've decided to do, I decided to be quiet. But my brothers and sisters, we need to look beyond the balance sheet. That is the topic of today. Beyond the balance sheet. What that means is, okay, let us not look at how much is paid, how much is not paid, how much is paid me. Let's look at the long run. What is the long-term benefit of having foreign cooperation run our business? You will see that at the end of the day, what I proposed earlier this week might come to play. Don't forget, it is this same week that I talked about the 3 ways, the 3 levels in which investment or project could be financed, but actually could be launched, or how business activities could be carried out in Nigeria. Like I followed the vision of the governor of Delta State. He said he wants to lead a private sector economy. He believes in that, and it's really driving that. And I want to agree with that. Now, but I pointed out, do we have the money, those of us that even if I have a good idea today, but do you know where I'm going to get money to do it? Because among your Delta people there, I don't think there are shortages of ideas. What is really lacking in Delta State, Mr. Governor, is they don't have the money to kickstart it. Maybe that's something I'm going to do a show on one day, but that's not the topic of today. Today is rather a more practical one. So today, let's not go into that trouble, all right? Like I said, we'll look beyond that, you know. Then another way that it can be done is for this foreign investment, which is what I'm talking about today. Let the foreign investors come in. See, let the Holy Spirit come down. You understand? Let the Holy Spirit come down and descend on us, and we will get blessed. Now, if the foreign nationals come in, they have the capital, they have the skill, they have the knowledge, they have the technology to turn bush into town. You know, they've done it in the past. We know and I want to quickly remind you some of these things. When the British came, no, let's talk about our weaknesses. Had it not been for the foreigners, we wouldn't have even known today that we had oil. Now we still have oil in the soil. Because the last time I checked, we don't have even what it takes to discover what we have in our land. Not yesterday, not now. I don't think in the next 10 years we are thinking in that direction, which is sad. But that's not what I'm talking about now. So if the foreign national does not come and we don't know what is we have, we are stuck. So our number one limitation is we don't know. But you know the funniest thing? Anything you don't know is because you are not brave enough or you don't look in that direction. Otherwise, if you look, God created you in his image and likeness. And I really want people to understand creation. I think I'll go back to that topic another day. You see, when God created us, he created us in his image and likeness. He only took one thing from us, the knowledge to know good and bad. And it was not an intention to keep man in a cage. No, it was the understanding that me and you don't have the power to control the demonization of the power of evil. When you know good and bad, if something bad is happen, will you be able to control it? Would you wait the person to die? Imagine now if everybody in my village want me to die. Many of them are looking at me, very many of them which I'm dead because they don't want me to talk about certain things. But because they cannot do that, that's why I'm still alive. You know how many people want you to die? You see, because in the rage of anger, human tendency is to strike. God knows that. That is why he told us that, yes, you want to know good and bad, but you don't have the power to control bad. Let me remind you, out of mere saying that God accepted the sacrifice of Abel, Cain got angry. He got defeated. He was upset. He killed Abel. It was not God that killed Abel. It was not God planned that Cain should kill Abel. That was why God said, Cain, what have you done? Anyway, that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that we don't have the power to control it. But now we have the power now. The knowledge has been given to you. So it's up to you what you use it for. You can use it for great things. You can use it for evil. But that's part of the things I talk about this week. But let us come down to what we are now. So meaning that we have the power now to create anything. What I'm trying to say to you is that if the white man can come and discover oil in your land, you can actually discover more. It's just because you're not thinking in that direction. And perhaps we don't have the bravery or the courage or the vision to think that. That's our problem. That's our limitation. And I'm going to do this today because today is a big day. Because we are talking about attracting foreign investment. In my state, Delta State for the moment, they just told me they are very proud to say that they're bringing people from Brazil, they're bringing from China, from America, from, in fact, our lady going to be there to give us the keynote speech. Patrice Lumumba, I don't know what Patrice knows about economics, but he's going to inspire us. He's going to talk about how it should be indigenous. I can see his message will align more with me than whatever you're going to hear there on that day. But I'm not going to predict that, because he's a very diplomatic somebody too. But tell me, he's going to tell you the way it is. Patrice doesn't understand that. You invite him to the table, he will tell you what it is. Next time, don't invite him. So, I am coming. Oh, don't say, fella, you don't come again. I never come again. I go somewhere. So, the problem I have with the so-called economic summit is they are attracting foreign investment. Now, you think this man is crazy. That is that the Christ must be mad. How can you have something against foreign investment? Now, I have it. Sorry. I have it. Because the last time I checked, in Nigeria, ownership of a business, it can be 100%, meaning a foreigner can come to Nigeria and own any business 100%. Now, whether you like it or not, when God created the heavens and the earth, heavens is everywhere, but you need to tap your heaven. You need to create your own heavens. UK has been able to create their own little heavens. America has created their heavens. Whether you've created your heavens in Nigeria, I don't know. Because that's what the Bible taught us, heavens and earth. So you create your own heaven. Listen, that is the gospel according to that decree. So don't go to your Bible. Don't get confused. But what I'm trying to say now is this. So if, for some good reason, we are now given the opportunity to create, and we now know we can create, if what I'm saying makes sense to you, that you can create whatever you want to create. And the reason we are waiting is because we cannot create. Because if we can create, we don't need to wait for the foreign investor who would have been creating. Oh, okay, maybe we'll talk this part of it. So this foreign investor is coming. There's something I noted, very noted, and I want to share this with you. You see, do you know that foreign investors, an investor, I put it clearly, an investor is not a Father Christmas descending with give take. They are entrepreneurs seeking returns. Rightfully so. So they invest to make money. There is nothing inherently wrong with that. So let's get it clear. An investor is not Father Christmas who is coming to give you money, take, go. He's coming to invest as an entrepreneur with intention to make money. The only reason the people from Brazil will put money in Delta State Farm will be if they see the money they're going to make back. They are not stupid leaving Brazil to come to there. You think they love you that much? Nobody hates you. Nobody loves you. It's not about that. It's about what is in need for me. So the foreign investors are coming to do business. And they will do it. And now the Nigerian law allows people to do business and own the business 100%. Now, let me come to the difficult part of it, which is the topic of the day. When they make this money, what do they do with it? They repatriate the money to their own land. It's not bad, because if I come to make business in the United Kingdom, all the money I'm working in the UK, I'm allowed to return the money to Nigeria. That's why I send you money. Those of you that get money from me. So it is perfectly okay for the business to leave Nigeria, to somebody to come to Nigeria to do business and repatriate the fund. This is good. So we've established two things, that the people, a foreign investment that Oboriwori is looking for, that is going to be in that summit, they are coming to, we are inviting them to come and invest in our land. And when they invest, they can take the money back to wherever they come from. And what we will benefit will be jobs. They will employ us, right? And they will do some infrastructure. Yes. But can I ask a question? What's the difference between these people? What's the difference between them and the colonial days? The British came to colonize us. They were not killing us. So they were actually investing. In the days of the British, we have AT&P. I'm in Sapele area. That's why I don't want to talk too much because I'm going to talk about many of them today. We have the AT&P. We have so many Leventis. Have you people, many of you were not born. You young people don't know. I'm of that age. So all these companies were there. They were making money. The money were repatriated to England. But they were building infrastructure in Nigeria as well. And they employed us. So they gave us job. Why did we tell them to go? Why were we talking? We want independence. That's the thing. So you said British should leave, that you want to have independence. But now you are inviting them back. Let me explain to you why it is so. You guys are not thinking. And I'm going to open a figure for you. This is the statistics of today. This is the first figure I want to share. This is a sad one. And I want you to look at this, wherever you are. I'm going to try and take this off the table. Now, when you look at this, I use only a few companies. I asked Google. So it's not something I did myself. This is what I create now. I'm going to share it on Google so that anytime you're on search, you can come across things like this. I'm going to put it out there, you know. This is my own making, you know. It didn't come like this, so I design it this way. That's what I do best. I asked Google for the 10 powerful company repatriating their profit from Nigeria. Is that right? If they invest, they make money, why can't they send their money home? I work in the UK. If they pay me, I can send my money to Nigeria. Nobody's asking me. Nobody's fighting me for that. So they arrived the right to do so. But I want you to know the figures. It started with MTN. It's a South African company. Listen carefully. MTN is owned by South African. That is your telephone. Wow, hello, Daddy Chris. It's owned by a South African man. And I think it's all those white boys in South Africa that owns it. Now look at it. The value of their capital is about 6.6 billion. Is what they've invested in Nigeria. Now, they exporting reported dividend $1.78 billion already to South Africa. So let's think of it. The South African company came, they invested in our land. Yes, guys, you did there. So they invested in our land. The South African company, they came, they invested in our land, which is a good thing. But like MTN now has invested in Nigeria. What did they do? When the investment is done, I don't want to go into the detail because I have the figures. I'll share that with you. That will make you shook a little bit. So they invest and they have profit, which they send back. Now, the highest people in MTN today are the workers. They have the right to appoint whoever they want. They can bring some of their people, but now some of us can work in the company and we get paid. And the highest we could be paid is well paid. Do you own this business? No. This business belongs to who? It belongs to South Africans. So we are actually working the same way we were working for the British in the colonial days. That is exactly where we are. So when you say you are looking for foreign investment, directly or indirectly, you are inviting colonialism. No, it sound harsh. Thank you, Sunday. Sorry. You see, it sounds harsh. But when you invite MTN to come and, let me put it this way. The last time I was telling my people, what are we going to do with this company? What do you call? They said we need if this company, what South African company now, the one that is in Warri, that's the big shopping complex. ShopRite. If ShopRite is coming to Uganda now, we will celebrate, we will dance because ShopRite is bringing development to Uganda. I like that. Wait first. ShopRite is not going to bring money to Uganda. They're bringing goods to sell for you. So they will take your money and take it back to South Africa. It's one of the companies. It's not on my list here now. And now, you are celebrating because ShopRite is in your town. There's way for you say you know if you create something like ShopRite. Now there they go. So now MTN is making this big amount of money from us. It's their right to do so. I have nothing against them. It's happening because we are blind. If not, if we think outside the box, we should be doing it. We don't need to be working for them. We should be working for us. That if we need them in any area, we need their expertise, we can hire them. Let me tell you how it works in the UK. The UK government would say, hire anybody you need to work with. Hire the person. If you hire that person, you can give the person a COS, a certificate of sponsorship. That's why companies like our own were able to invite you to come to the UK to work with us. And when you work with us, we give you that paper monitored by the government. So we have right to employ you. So if we need somebody to work in our Nigerian company, in our MTN, we can invite that South African man that is doing it now. Come and help us. We'll pay you so salary. Like Oboriwori did with those high, we're gonna talk that one. Make I take Oboriwori, make I remind them again. That bridge when you create, so now we for one. Highest, if we need anybody to help us do anything, which I think we can do, we can actually hire 2 Germans who are working in Julius Berger to come and work. When they work, we pay them and they go. They don't need to go with our 70 billion naira. And they come another day. When I wait, because this is a time to be open-minded. We need to deal with this. So now, MTN, let's just stick to this. MTN is a South African company. This is the amount of money they're making. Indirectly, we are under a colony. I know you don't want to think of it that way. They brought development. How much? Let me remind you people. Shell was in worry. They employ some of us. Shell is gone. How many of us are billionaires today from the work from Shell? We are not. You make some few millions, which you are finished because you're a worker. They pay you, you spend it, it's gonna go. You see, who killed the entrepreneurial spirit in us? Don't forget, I started the show by saying that, do we have the money to do it? No. Who do we cry? We cry on the foreign nationals. So that is what we are saying now. But there's somebody with money in the 3 equation because there are 3 people I identify in that show. The government of Delta State actually have money. Or at least they can borrow money. Instead of borrow money, Okowa borrowed money to build secretariat. He didn't know he had to borrow money to build a refinery. That was in worry. That would have been making us a lot of money now. Instead, he borrowed the money to build a secretariat. Muna clap for him. When we ask you, Okowa, I can't go take beat for Yach. Now beat, I go beat him. When I tell him, if I see him anywhere, now Ken, I will be telling you, you wasted my children's destiny. God will punish you. And I mean it. Because that money used in building secretariat, or whatever money he used in giving to Julius Berger, would have been used to do what these people are doing in our land. Look at them. Look at the amount of money. Yes, they come, they invested. Let me go. South Africa is not finished. The second company is this Stanbic Bank. All of them get Stanbic account. Many of them, one of my boy here, my graphic designer on the Stanbic, because they pay money in Torah. It's another South African company. Their worth investment is 1.05 million. Look at it, they repatriate 159 billion. As we're talking, this is the state in Nigeria. Not only that one, or maybe when you hear Nesto, I want to jump. Nesto Nigeria, that thing that give you Indomie, that the needle you think is the Nigerian company. It's actually owned by a Switzerland company. And that company is making about 1.1 trillion in Naira. And they repatriate about 122 billion to Switzerland. Are you with me? So I just want to prove some things to you people. Presco, that is here, Presco, is owned by a Belgian company. And Belgium is making, their investment is about 1 billion in US dollars. That Belgium, when you go, when they go tell you, see me, you don't enter. And all this country, if you go there, they will treat you as a foreigner. Nigeria, you are this, you are that, they will send you away. But look at the amount of money they're making from us. That is not their fault. They have the absolute right to do what they're doing. What they're doing is completely legal. But I'm sitting down here and I'm wondering if I have a government that is saying, I want to attract foreign investment. I begin to think, why do we really need them? To come and 100%. Don't forget, that's one of the problems I raised. They come and give 100% of what we have in our land. And you know the funniest thing? We can do this. And I'm going to prove to you how we're going to do it today. See, I just want Nigerians to understand how much our government is daft today. They were telling me that Nigerians politicians are corrupt. I said, that would be an insult to corrupt people. Do you hear me? Calling a Nigerian politician corrupt is an insult to corrupt government. Transparency International just released a report on how much Donald Trump is making. In fact, it's against the ethics of a president. So, is he not corrupt? But do you see Americans shouting, oh, Donald Trump is corrupt? No, because Americans have money. They are producing enough. They have wealth. Now, how much is the money they are talking about that Tinubu might have still? It's not even half of, it's not even a penny of what Donald Trump has made. But nobody is fighting Donald Trump because America is productive. And I said, and these are the areas. Oh, yesterday I played a video from Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar said, if you are not ready to do business, do not contest for the office of the president. Do not contest for the office of the governor. Do not contest for the office of the local government chairman, because it's your number one duty to do business. But he doesn't understand the kind of business you need to do. He thinks it's to give money, invite all these foreign nationals so that they will pay tax. That's all Atiku was thinking too. My proposition is we need the state have the capital. If we individuals have capital or we have access to finance, that's understandable. If you want to borrow money in the Nigerian bank, the percentage is 60%. That is suicidal. So, but every month, Obodiwori gets 60-something billion coming from the state, from the federal government. We have local businesses paying taxes to him. Imagine if we have been investing it, if Obodi had invested some, Odua has invested some in some business, you know, these businesses, so look at them. Imagine where we will be today. Many Delta State would have owned this kind of businesses. Any month that if money don't even come from Abuja, I will still be smiling. It has happened in Lagos State. If money don't come from Abuja today, Lagos will still survive. And it goes down to one thing. Our leaders are not corrupt. They are mentally handicapped. Now, in Delta State today, on Monday starts, next tomorrow, economic summit. They say they have people coming from Brazil. They come from this. They come from this. The question you ask them is, what is their stake? What are we giving to them? And what are they giving to us? Because they don't even have the right regulation in place. And I asked a question, oh, worry. And this is one of the things which I felt, even if we're going to have a summit, which I may do if I am a governor, but I will not start with it. I would have asked myself, where is the plan of Boriwori? You are inviting foreigners to come and invest. So you go and identify one place in Ogara. Go and do farm there. Go and do this here. You know, Nigeria is the most disorganized country I ever know in this world. And the way we do things tells us who we are. I bet look at your street. In one street, you go see one house. If I reach ever reach up, the other one are mud house. The other one like this. The other, when you come to UK, wait, when I come Europe, those of now don't come Europe. Now so the houses be. When you look the street of London, they look alike because you are only allowed to build a particular kind of structure on that street. If you cannot build, go and rent or buy from the one government built. But because the government does not think, most of these houses will now stay in London today. They are we call it Victoria House. That was when it was built. And that is the beauty of Europe today. You see that structure plan. You cannot go to anywhere in London and just open a farm. There is a section of the place where it is meant for farming. You cannot go to everywhere and open a filling station. There's a place designated for filling station. You see, if I tell you now what is a Obodiwori plan for Delta State, it not gets, not being fought. Nigeria not gets. You see the kind of place with the state? And this is the problem I have. I know you guys are angry with me. Those of them in government, they are very angry with me. They wish I don't exist. Listen, I don't care really because everybody has got his own calling. I'm doing the one I need to do. But I need to advise one thing. Inviting foreign national comes with a stake. We've seen it before. Now, let me tell you the funniest thing. When, you know what happened? Because the reason why this will concern you, when they left Warri, the damages, the environmental degradation is still in Warri till tomorrow. Go to the other area. I want to use Ovade as my community. Go to Ovade. If you reach Ovade today, you will see the damages. And I'm going to show you those companies one by one later. So what do we have? Like I shared in most of my flyers today, I took my time to start. I start with Shell. This is Shell. I'm not going to be big today. Let's look at Shell. Shell came. They invested. We do the labor. All those people you see there are black people. Now Nigerians with that. We do the work. They, you know what? They take. We suffer. They profit. Is it their fault? No. Did they stop us from doing it? No. So why did you do it? Ask Oboriwori. Ask Ibori. Ask them whether they type big rapper. You see, today, not today. Because we have a lot at stake, Nigerians. We want to do another summit. You are inviting Shell to come back. When Shell left, when Shell has gone now, what you have, the land is destroyed. Completely. So how many people did they give a lot of empowerment? How many people do they employ that are now big men that can fix the damage they've done? But if it's one of us that at least made the money, if the money is made by the Delta State government will know that, okay, I'll go and fix the damages I have caused. These guys, they are gone. They're gone with the profit. We are left to deal with the ruins. And what is so sad in this whole scenario, we are slaves again. Look at the amount, billions in profit, zero ownership for Nigerians. You get money. How many of them get shares for Shell? Shell is actually owned by a company here in the UK, Royal Dutch Company. They own Shell. They only did it with Nigeria. I don't know how many percentage Nigerians get there. Even we couldn't, Nigeria as a whole couldn't even put the right legislation, not be able to want to. You haven't got the mental capability, because in fact, if you see the kind of big grammar they go put for that contract, before you sign your heaven, you don't sign, maybe they call carry your wife. You don't know. That is Shell. I don't need to tell those of you in Delta State that who to be Shell or what Shell has done in their little time in Delta State. Let's take a look at another company. Look at these Chinese companies. You know what is so funny? I love them a lot. You say, this one, they are good. They are doing construction. They are constructing bridges. Clap for them. Oh, they are bringing a lot of infrastructure to Nigeria. Do you know how much they take home? Because you give them that job, they're repatriating their profit straight to China. And you know what is really sad? Look at the people doing the job. Now they do the labor work. Now they roll the concrete. So it is now our destiny to do the labor work. And one foreign national to take the profit away. Now you cannot blame the foreign nationals. The question you should be asking yourself is, what is your government doing? The question I ask is, will it be out of place if Delta State government own this company and invite one of these two white men? Because anybody who see white man, don't they better than you? Maybe in a village yourself, now they carry them from. If you read there, do you know if when I came to Nigeria in 1994 with two white boys, they were working with me. We were friends. We were just like partners. They said, I said, now you born Oga. Now my Oga. I said, who is my Oga? These guys. Come here, see how many people work for me, white boys. Are you people not sick? So, but if I go with them to Nigeria, oh, they will respect them more than me. No, sometimes they want the Oyibo to call so that they will respect him more. So I will put the Oyibo in front. Can you imagine Nigerians? So because I'm one of you, I'm nothing. That is exactly where you see now. You are suffering from inferiority complex. I don't know who taught you. We need to disorient you. You need to be educated. It starts with the government. That's what I'm doing today. Oboriwori, look at this picture here. Your people, the business you are inviting them to do, now the Oyibo go to draw the map. They will not touch one pin. And your people go do the labor. The profit will go. These people will be able to pay their children's school fees, I know. And they will have a home, I know. But so our destiny is to pay school fees. The more money we will take leave. So they swear for us, say will not be billionaire. Is that what you're saying? You, this Akbar, when they look me today, when they follow, say, they fight government. You, they swear for me and you say you not be billionaire. You come to UK here, you see a young boy signing a contract job of 80,000 per 6 months. Some 300,000 per 6 months. That is the kind of contract. They don't sign anyhow contract these days because the job, not that you even have a well-paid. Of course, if Nigerian government is not paying us well, if they put wages at 70,000 naira, what do you expect the white man to pay? If the white man pay you 1 million, you think it's a very big money. How much is 1 million naira in their own currency here? Anybody employed in the UK that doesn't receive 3 million in a month is against the law. It's minimum 3-point-something million. That is with their standard here. So if they give you 1 million, it doesn't affect them. You're still their slaves. In the UK, they should be in prison. Let's go. I want to play with it, the colonial era. This is one I really love. So when you say, oh, Shell is not colonizing, this one is not colonizing, I brought the image of the colonial master. Look at the two colonial masters. You see how they wear coats, they stay. They are there to carry the profit to London. You see AT&P, who did the job? Now we. How many of you bought for AT&P that time they saw wood? They carried do anything. They don't. Now we do. But the profit went back to England. I don't say I'd be enemy to many people because the things you are celebrating, you thought you are doing something great, that the Chris is trashing it, but I'm not trashing it. You are not listening, because if you listen to me, you don't have somebody like me and begin to allow data state to suffer. If you give me chance, I will turn data state around in a month. The children will start working now, not tomorrow, now. In fact, you need to read my new book, sir. I'm going to release it soon. I am wondering, which is why I'm going to end the show, but let's go a little bit, because when I come to that bit of it, you're going to love it. But let's take a look at some of the company making profit. I'm not going to forget Panoshen. No best. Panoshen, they my village for body. You know what they do? This one not be foreign now. This one not even Nigerian owned oil company. You know where they put the only thing that their secretariat, which have been beautified over there, they put it in Benin. Ovade is one of the most deprived community that I've seen in the whole world. If you go there now, only mud houses. Only a few people went to be politicians and they don't manage. And they not build their good houses there. Those people that are even making money from the Ovade money, they build houses around. They go outside, they go somewhere, go Wadi, go Bini, go build house. They don't build that for the Ovade. The cost of Ovade, again, I don't blame them because they don't understand what I'm saying. And they're going to be taking this as offense. But that's not it, my brother. The law, or the law of nature, why we talk about, it doesn't support this. You make money from over the community. You go build your house for Saple for Benin. Over the people that they make money from over they build their secretariat in Benin. And we are happy, we are dancing. But anyway, this is it. This is what is left for us, black people. We work, they take, we suffer, they profit. Clap for yourself. Today, make I live over there, make they not come kill me. I don't want to stay too long there. Let's talk about Netflix. This one is very personal to me. Have you seen people now making movies in Nigeria? You know, oh, if my film is on Netflix, is the new standard. That your film that is on Netflix, congratulations, sir. So on your film that you made, who makes the profit? Netflix. The producers are ordinarily poor people. There is hardly a successful producer with some good money in his wallet in Nigeria. It's not there. He's not. But Netflix is getting fat. Can you blame Netflix? No. Can you blame Netflix? No. But let me tell you one thing I did early this year. I proposed something I called the Delta State Film Fund. I sent to Buriworio. I proposed it. That Lagos already have one. You see why Lagos will progress more than you people? As I was talking of a state film fund, they told me there's someone in Lagos already. Now, is it operating fully? No, but they've started it. Do you have in Delta State? No, but it's Delta State that you have it's recognized as a film city. Asaba is recognized in UNESCO as film city. Lagos have a film fund. Delta State don't. This is my proposition for the film fund. That when you see any good idea, that is Kokori, my brother. Kokori have the best oil. Go to Kokori, you will see. You see what I'm saying. Go to Kokori. Those of my friend from here, Prince Ese. He is from Kokori. He's always crying every day. We do shows because of the Kokori people. Anyway, let's stick to Netflix a little bit. My people, make her quiet because now go beat me. Otherwise, I propose a state film fund. The state film fund will now do what? We do what the American studios are doing. In America, America took over film business from the rest of Europe. How did they do it? They were able to employ people on a steady basis. They pump in a lot of money into that industry that they will keep making film non-stop. That even if an American studio loses some money, they can make some film and don't even release it. It wouldn't affect them. They are still in business because they have bulk of money. Does this producer look like who have that kind of money? Look and where. The boy all like this. He's broke. You know? He's finished. You know, get tomorrow. But he's still doing something for us. But who can make this work is if the state film fund is now existing, that this boy doesn't have to think of where to get the next money. All you need to have a good script idea, you write it down, and it is something that we as a state like, we will fund it and make it to the highest standard so we can compete with America. Do you know America, how much Hollywood is contributing to American economy? Go online. I shared it yesterday. You don't need Netflix. Our good movie made in Nigeria will do well everywhere in the world. Movie is movie. But today, you leave it for this man, these people here, to make film. And you said you are in Hollywood, you are in business. Will this business ever compete with America? If you like, in fact, there's something I said today. Some of you people think that God is going to come and do it for you. You see, anything God does not create, God cannot undo. Let me say this. Anything that God does not create, He cannot uncreate it. Because the only reason we are still dying is God. It's not God that created death. So God cannot uncreate. In fact, we even kill God. That's how much we are mean. We even kill the God. So these are the things we created ourselves. These people haven't got the money to make the kind of film that they make in America. Otherwise, we will make more money. Nollywood will be making more money today than Hollywood. But they haven't got the structure. The only way it cannot be done is something like I said, through the state film fund. You might have a better idea, but all I know is these people need funding, and so that the industry can progress, so they can have the right equipment, they can have the right skill. And if we need some people in Hollywood, we employ them. Come and work with us. We didn't make your film good there. Come do one with us. We learn from you. After some time, we'll tell your guy, you want to go home or you want to become Nigerian. If you don't want to become Nigerian, you'll go home. If you be Nigerian, we'll go give you a wife. Stay there. That's what they did to Joseph. I mean, I'm not reading for Bible. When the Egyptians saw Joseph that he has talent, did they kill him? No. They even gave him wife. In fact, when they tell you, say the children of Israel all left, they left. Not all of them, but because I'm not sure the children of Joseph live. So there are some Israelis still in Egypt. Don't think everybody left. You think everybody follow Moses? You're out of your mind. Anyway, that's not the topic. My people, this is what Netflix has left us with. Netflix makes the profit. We, the ordinary producer, will do the labor. No dignity, no respect. Let's quickly go to the end of this so that. Now, let's look at this other company. This is still Netflix, all right. Is this Netflix? No, yes. Why be saying also Netflix? I get that. Oh, I'm adding, I'm removing. What am I doing? Anyway, it's like Nesto. This is the one I told you people before. I'm happy when it comes to this place, you can see what they produce. When you see people, when they do Idomi, when they do picnic, you think it's a Nigerian company they work for, B? They are not. All right? So, like I have identified the people doing them before. If you watch the beginning of the show, if you're not too sure, look at it. Let me see. Let me take this down. Remove this. And you see that Nestle is owned by Switzerland company. Nigerian Brewery is owned by Holland and the UK. These are not your own companies. They are not, the companies are not owned by Nigerians. And I want you to put that in your score today. So that is Nestle, and then we have this other company. Let me move this one. I don't know why my system is stubborn. It's just stubborn today. All right, let me add this one. So what I'm saying is, that's Netflix. And if we remove Netflix, we add another one. Okay, this is MTN. All right, I've been going round and round now. So, well, all I'm going to say to you is, I think I should share Netflix. Let me share this one too. Netflix too. Okay, this one is the last one. Maybe this is the Panocean. All right, I've shared the few companies I prepared on the slide to share with you, but I think it's enough to explain to you what I'm trying to drive at today. That in this new dispensation, telling me that you want to go and bring one company from Brazil to come and farm, the thing that comes to my mind is, what is the Brazilian company going to gain? And it's not the bad thing, because if you invest, you must gain. They are not for Christmas. And so it's good. And maybe if they come to Garana, they're going to build infrastructure, they're going to build schools. On the surface, is good. But that's why for people for Gara, wait till those people they see when you say me they can't do for there. Why you not start them? Is it the knowledge that you don't have? You go feel hire them, then they can't work with us. Must they come and own the business and go with the repatriate the money like I have demonstrated today? And it's not even that bad that they can repatriate their money. But there's way for us, people like us, not fit, become billionaire. Must we be ordinary workers? That's the question I'm asking. It is a sad one, and it's a difficult topic. And I know nobody can be able to say this. The question they ask is, Daddy Chris, why are you thinking that far? Because on the surface, when the foreign companies come, what they do, they create jobs. That's what the ordinary boy on the street will tell. They're going to create jobs. We're gonna get jobs. Why they not open the company? Who opens the company matters. That is the language I'm speaking. Oh, you want investment in your land? Who opened the investment? Matters. South Africa is making away with a lot of money. Netflix is making away. You are slaves. Deal with it. If that is what you want, why don't you say slavery is a wrong thing? We abolished slave trade. Why did you send the British away? Because the British were actually doing better than most of these companies now. The British company were doing, they have conscience. Some of these guys don't have conscience. How many of you people have made life in all these few companies? Show me, Nigeria breweries, how many billionaires we made there? One mirror, not take time. It's a message to the governor of Delta State. It's a message to the entire Nigerian community that, yes, we want to have foreign investment, but we must be able to fine-tune it. If you ask me, that's why I wrote a book, The State as a Creator. The state will be the one to create it. Money is everywhere. There's no business the state government want to do that they don't have money to do. It's a lie. Unless the government already made up their mind that they can't do it. And that becomes the decision we make. And this is what that makes us poor. That's why I said, you are not a corrupt man. You are an insult to corrupt people. You are mentally handicapped. We need to help you come out of your dungeon so that you can lead us to the right place. And this is a very difficult topic to preach. And I know my mouth is very big. You see my thick lips is very thick, so I talk a lot. I say it as I say it, and I know you won't like it. So I'm sorry, bro. This is how you got to deal with me. If you just change a little, we'll be smiling. I'm saying this, we'll be smiling. You know what will happen? We will have the opportunity, a big opportunity, to raise our standard of living. You know the funniest thing, on Monday, I don't think I'll be able to do that on Monday. Maybe on Tuesday, I will come with a show where I'm going to show to you only Nigerian universities. Don't even go far. Only the Nigerian universities we have now can make Nigeria to join you know what they say, G7. when you have a budget, when you're not making up to 2 point something trillion, you're already in the, in fact, they will invite you. You'll be among the G7 because Italy and all of them, they are about 3 point something trillion economy. Only America that is about 30 something trillion. China is 20 something trillion. Those are the two big boys. The rest are 6, 8. UK is about 5 trillion. So if only Nigerian universities with my projection can make Nigeria, if we invest in that university, we will turn that economy, Nigerian economy, only with the Nigerian university, which is now a problem. ASU goes on strike every day. I can make only as that university turn us into a trillion, because you cannot run. It is impossible to be in a rich nation and be poor. The nation is potentially rich, but we are poor. It's not only we. In fact, the Tinubu is poor. All the people using aircraft, they are poor people. You are poor people. Because when you see the kind of money everybody in California is making, you know you are poor. That's why when you leave Nigeria, you begin to behave well. Because in the scheme of things, you are a very poor man. Shut up. They say Wike bought a house of 1 million. Go and look at the kind of houses the boys in Hollywood are buying. They don't need to steal their money first. Go and look at the kind of money they're making in Hollywood. So I don't know what to say, my people. I know I'm offending many people with this I'm doing. And maybe it's my job to do so. I don't think I'm here to look at your face to make you happy, but I'm here to speak truth to power so that we can change. Now, this is my proposition. In what I said, that state as a creator, I am saying that first and foremost, we need to have a blueprint of where we want to be in the next 100 years. And then we will now project the first 5 years. This is where we should be. The next 10 years, we should be here. By the next 20, 50 years, we are here. So we can begin to see whether we are meeting up. So we will not be alive. Our children will be grateful to us. As at that time, the thing we are enjoying in the UK today were things their forefathers did. But we're a greedy generation anyway, so why will I expect that from you guys? But this needs to stop, man. First of all, what we need to do is draw a projection of where Delta State should be. And sir, I want it done in an A4, how do you call it? On a 3D design, which will be on our website. The Delta State of our dream. So we know the area that will be used for farming. Not everywhere we farm. And maybe even some we farm meat. Some will farm crops, some will farm cassava, some will plant this, some will do fishing. We know they do it in terms of their comparative advantage. Not everywhere you go to farm. And if I get anybody going to farm with collapse, that person should be arrested. Because it's a waste to humanity. After my mother one will what he say. You know what about he say? Or he say, if I hit you, you go fall. Now Donald Trump bury the whole of Iran. You get what your teacher want to do for that place? So, in this new dispensation, Otisha knows that those of who speak Robo, when I hit you for, now I want you to do what they do when we small. Come put the ring for hand. If you come like this, I will just give you boom, you go fall for ground. I mean, you not see this boy and this their fight, their bosses, that now it become wrestling. Rubbish. We need to move now. The opportunity to move is now. And the opportunity to change Nigeria is today, not tomorrow, now. And Oboriwari, you stand at a crossroad. This is a beautiful time in our history that we can make history by now saying, okay, this is the map of, this is the new Delta. Those that will farm, this is the kind of farm we want to see in Delta State. This is the kind of palm front we want to see. This is the kind of rubber plantation we want to see. And this is the area designated for it. And then when you speak like that, even if you want to have an airline, the shopping because you don't need to think far again. No. Wait, South African company they put that you are Sabah where you did this. I saw that there's one shop right there. My people went there to buy something that day. You have your own data shopping. So you have data shopping complex. And it's not magic science. So people will still come and rent the shop and use it. And guess what? You can now buy things in bulk and sell and give to people. And in fact, your big shop can even begin to give software shops. You will be making money. Like I said, but if you're not ready to make money for Delta State, don't run for the second term. Please don't run for second term. Then stop this one, carry your bag, go home. Because we're gonna do a different government after this 2027. I'm not even going to fight you people in your election, but I will fight any government that doesn't behave well, because I'm going to make your life uncomfortable. Some of the time I will even be suing you in the international community. That is the laws I'm trying to create. Doing PhD law, I'm not joking. I'm fighting. I'm looking for people. I'm making friends. I will be suing you for abusing human beings. Maybe you might think you are not done anything wrong, but ignorance is not an excuse in the court of law. That your mistake or your action or inaction is causing poverty, you will be held accountable, because the implication of it, sir, that mistake you make is making people to run through the desert. Some of them are dead. You should be charged for crime against humanity. Let me explain this to you. If your mistake caused people to be poor and that poverty forced them to run out of the country, which is my research expertise, then they are not going to come and try and seek asylum in Europe. On their way, they might die. You know how many of your people that are in Libya today? Go and ask. Today, I sit down here. That decrease. I'm from Urobo. I'm here. Oh, I'm this. I receive that call every day because it's my number that is scrolling there. It's not yours. And that may be because of your action or inaction, which might be unknown to you. But ignorance, sir, is not an excuse in the law. When I say, let us sit down and build a new Delta State, if you say no, and you think this one you are doing now is the new Delta, then when the time comes, be ready to deal with the repercussion, because it will all come with a price. If we do the right thing now, we're all going to smile. If we don't, we will face the harshness of the law to the fullest. And like I said before, this law will be man-made law. Man-made law don't understand you. You don't understand. Jesus Christ not the same person for man-made law. Make una understand. I explain something to those of us. You guys need to do. You know, I'm a Christian, and this is the gospel according to that decree. And in my new gospel, it's not the one they teach you in the church. This is my new gospel. I'm saying to you that there are two rules. The one that Jesus Christ died for is the natural law that set you free. When you claim Jesus, God forgives you. You can enter the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is here. So, and that is the kingdom, but you don't have that kingdom now, because the natural kingdom, the kingdom of this world now, the real kingdom, they have taken over. So we need to deal with the real kingdom. That's why when you have faith, if you commit a crime and the law of the land catch you, you will pay. Jesus Christ not going to save you then. You can say the name of Jesus, the judge will tell you, you are stupid. Allah, you are not. You are going to prison, or you're going to die, or you face the penalty. So what I'm saying is, learn, people, learn. Everything given to you is not true. Can you learn and actually ask God on your own when you're sleeping? God, what is going on? For those of you who are Pastor Sonny, I know you are here. Ask God. Tell him to reveal things to you. Because he is so good. God cannot provide food for us, because these are not his jurisdiction. It's not in the jurisdiction of God to provide food, even for the farm. God said you cannot farm and eat. And why would God come and provide food? The only time Jesus Christ brought manna from heaven was just a one-time thing. How many times did it happen? Last time he told them to go and work. God's intervention is once in a while. It does happen, but it's once in a while, because the reason he gave you hands and leg and brain to think, and you actually force yourself to have knowledge of good and bad, why are you calling him now to come and do it? Don't disturb God this Sunday. I know you are going there tomorrow. Don't disturb him. Mind what you ask from him. It's not your toy. Anyway, let's quickly move on. So people, my message today is a simple one. Today is Saturday. I don't need to talk for 2 hours. An hour is enough for this too. But let me say this. All through the week, I always give you 3 ways we can do business. 3. Either private sector, which is we doing the business. which is Oboribori's vision, which was good. But except that we don't have access to finance. When I research, the only place you can get money in Delta State if you want to do business is Bank of Industry. How many of you looking at me now know what is Bank of Industry? Have you heard of it? Do you know what it takes to get money from Bank of Industry? It's the only place you can get a good loan that will be about 18%. If you go to a commercial bank, you go mortgage your house first. You put your house down. And they'll give you a 30-something%. Meaning you don't lose the house now. Because what business are you going to do that you're going to make 30-something%? You be thief? That is what is at stake. Yet Oboribori is saying that he wants to pursue a private sector economy. I don't know whether the people that don't have money, where they're going to have money to start the business, even when they have the great ideas, number one. Number two is what I've been talking about today. You want the foreign investors to come in. The question I ask you is, that man, when they bring in money, come invest for your village, will he be in interest? Not be Father Christmas. So, meaning if he does it, he's taking the money back. You can see them on the screen. Let me make that screen big so you can see this. This is so important. So that anybody watching this show, the first thing I want you to take home is this one. Take a look at these figures. Look at it. Imagine somebody, you said you want the person to come to your land, to come and do business. Don't forget, he's coming for a purpose. He's not coming for Father Christmas. So he's going to invest and he's going to make money. And the money will be repatriated. And you will be his worker. As I have demonstrated in all the images here. If you see this image, we are the one working for Netflix. If you see this one, we work. Chinese company work. They make the money, we do the work. You know, hey, look at Pan-Ocean. They've been there for years. Then the British colonial time, exactly what happened. The British came, we were doing the job, they were taking the proceeds away. I thought we already stopped Britain. Why are we begging more colonization? What you are doing now, because it's not well planned, it will amount to another level of colonization. This one is indirect. We call it the neo-colonialization. That's why the new colonial era. The new colonial era. When it happens, but you don't even know it's happening. And the people they use is actually you. And I know you don't mean it. But this thing you are doing now, by the time you invite one Brazilian company, one big multinational to come and do something, you are already the agent of new colonization. Let me tell you people in Ovadi, those of you in Ovadi that collect peanut from Pan-Ocean and allow Pan-Ocean to ruin our land without true benefit to the people, to you, I'm fighting for you, not even me. You are a new colonialist. You are the agent they're using to wipe. And it's okay. It's okay. Whatever position you take is fine. But just know your position so that history will judge everybody right. Do not say, I didn't tell you. So tomorrow you say, oh, I didn't know. No, God will ask you about Daddy Chris. You heard it from Daddy Chris. You were not ready to listen. You were not ready to listen. If not, he told you. You think I'm under it. When you go reach heaven, when God will ask you, say, did Daddy Chris say it or not? Now that time you go know. Because God doesn't put things in people's mouth for fun. I am like John the Baptist of our time, begging you to take control of your destiny. Not in a harsh way, but by doing the right thing. Oh, we can do that right now. If we, the state, choose to set up a film fund, and we say to Netflix, okay, thank you for all you have done for us, Netflix. We appreciate all Netflix you have done, Netflix. We love you, Netflix. But you know what, right now, if you're going to buy film from us, you're going to buy the finished product from us. In our terms, you will not give money. In fact, you can still compete in the business, but the money I will be able to give these people, you will not be able to give to them. So I'll give my people money to make the film. If you want to buy from us, you can buy and put it in your platform. And we will still sell the film in our platform. We will not give you sole control of our destiny anymore. Anywhere we put it, we're going to sell and make money. And you will see the difference in these people. You see them, look at them. Look at them now. These boys sitting down here, now they pay me pass. They are sweating their ass off. But who's going to make money is Netflix. But if you intervene today, we will own the industry. We will make the money. Netflix, you can still work with us, but they will not be the one to tell us what is what. Number one. That of MTN, I don't need to tell another one. Because that one, it make me the one piece for body when I remember. So, my people, this is a difficult time. I know it's a very difficult show. It's not the kind of show you want me to talk about. I just want to, those of you who are talking now, I'm sure you're on NTN. Glow is not good enough. Glow network is very poor. I know. If I don't ban MTN, I will use Glow by force. And Glow, you will do what I say. Me, if I be government of Nigeria, I'm not in trouble. Because I will look at the long term, what are we doing? So, but what I'm saying is this: let's take our control of our destiny. First, draw a plan of where we're going. Identify the businesses we need to do. Oga, let us look for money to do it. If you tell the Delta State does not have money, we can borrow. Or they can invest. They are investing. We get 60%, they might get 20%. They're not getting because they're going to repatriate that money. We're not giving them our destiny to take home again. The British, we said the British should go home so that we can control our destiny. We will not allow, I said it, so-called foreign nationals to come and control our destiny. That is option 2. The option 3 is the one I'm talking, is the one I'm comfortable with. For the state to be directly involved. And now when the state is involved, all the foreign nationals can still work with you. We, the people, if you say you are opening a construction firm, so we're going to build houses and sell. When you finish, you give us opportunity, ordinary people to buy shares. We will buy. But you'll be surprised how much money you will make from the one we invest. Maybe you don't even need any bank, any foreign bank. If you don't get, then you borrow. And maybe you don't even need to borrow. You don't need to tell a company to come out with the knowledge to come and work, and we pay the people. So we have that contract with them. As we are selling, as they are building the houses, we are selling, we are paying them anyway. So, and who own the business? They are the people we are paying now. You see what I'm saying? The foreign national that is coming to pay us, we will be the one paying them. They go home if they want. They go home with their salary, not with the profit. Do you hear me, sir? How do I say that? Which English I want to talk on? I want them to come and go home with small profit or their salary. We make the profit. It is time for us to start making the profit because we want to be among the G7. And the only way we can join G7 is when we start controlling our destiny economically. May God bless you. And may God bless Delta State. And may the summit be a success. And I wish you, everybody, the best in all you do. I pray for the governor of Delta State so that he lives long and may he enjoy the fruit of his labor. And may God give you the wisdom. That is the first thing most Solomon asked for. May God give you the wisdom not to be angry where you are not supposed to be angry. To put your energy where you're supposed to put them. So that Delta State will be blessed. Now, to the rest of Nigeria, I use my state as a case study. You have it all across the 36 states of the country. Imagine what I'm saying now if we do it across the 36 states of the nation. Forget about the federal government now, because the state can do more than even the federal government. They are closer to us. And you, local government chairman, Memera, take time. You are now collecting about almost 800 million, 900 million, some billions and billions every month. And you are telling me that you cannot do what? That money is not to pay salaries alone. It can be invested so that profit will come. So your local government have a pulse of its own so that we can talk where people are talking. A person without a wallet is an idiot. In fact, the another way to be a slave is when you don't have money or when you are owing. A debtor is a slave. My people, that is where I'm going to try and wrap to this morning wonderful broadcast. I hope those of you have offended. That's my job. I'm here to offend you. But it's nothing personal. This is my job. And one day it will be your turn to do what I'm doing. But I really wish you all well, and I wish Delta State all the best. And I pray that our vision for Delta State come to pass quick and really, really quick, so that we will be among the G7 soon. You know, like I said, next week, I'm going to be talking at length on how we can actually make the money. First, I may be drawing your attention to the 12 universities you have in Delta State. I'll be seeing the cooperation because there is the talent. The universities have where you have talent. And they have some young people going there to school, there to work. So you have some pool, some recognized talent or some workforce there already, human resources that you shouldn't be playing with. And you have some money, sir. So I'm going to see how the state and the university can work together to lift us out of poverty. Clap for yourself. Okay, you need to pay me. I get paid. You know the reason I know? Now, the UK new prime minister just identified what I am saying. He's saying every 12 years, every 14 years old in the UK will go through some technical training. I never teach them my secret too. Because in my model, which I'll be talking about, those kids will be paid. As they are working, they're getting paid. As they're working, they're getting paid. So as a student, you will not just be going to school to learn alone. You will still be making money because you'll be working. Because if you're now in year 2 or year 3 and you cannot do one of the jobs, well, you get paid for the job you do. Like I always say, the film industry is easy to explain. You know, when you see these people here now, let me just bring them back. Sorry, guys. Let me bring these guys back. Let me bring the film boys back. Oh, Nason, I like me, Rich. Wait, I didn't talk about pharmaceutical, and that's one area I didn't talk about. Let me add this to the stage. Why? If I this thing, sometimes it just give me only what it want. It will give me what I want today. Let me remove Panoshen first. Netflix. This Netflix won't let me read. So I did it for all kind of brands. All right. So what I'm really trying to say is that we can do this if we use the university. When you see this kind of thing I'm saying with Netflix now, you're the one wasting your time. Just call on Abraka. In fact, they're stupid there. You don't need theater art. Scrap that theater art. Because how many theater do you have in Nigeria? Why you do theater art? You see, this is exactly what I wrote in my book. A Nigerian university will be teaching theater art. Meanwhile, if you go on the street of Nigeria, there are no theaters. And meanwhile, Nollywood is looking for people to make good films. Why are you not teaching people how to make movies? Why are you teaching people how to do theater that you don't have? That is something that is beyond me. So if we're going to compete with Netflix or with Hollywood, we need to train them in the right way. And as they are in school, they will be earning money. They will no more be a liability to you, not to their parents, but a contribution to society. Because they're making money, they are making something that we're going to consume. They might make a film that will become a blockbuster. Clap for yourself, sir. That's exactly what I'm saying. You need to see what I did with agriculture. I did not talk about agriculture today, for God's sake. Daddy Chris, what have you done? How can I close this show without talking about agriculture? This is not fair. You know, that is number one in all of them. Agriculture was number one when I was working. As I was designing this, the first and most important one was agriculture. All right, I can only share 10 images at a time. Maybe that's why I didn't go in. Anyway, see, agriculture was another one. You know, imagine turning Abraka University to a ranch where you produce cows. You know what is good? The Department of Agriculture knows about this already. We have the space there. We have students who work there. Oga, you get the money to run the ranch. Imagine how much we will make from ranches, from selling cow at the end of the year. If tomorrow anything happens, food security is guaranteed. And let me tell you this, sir. And this is something Nigerians will need to hear today. When I hear about the clash between the herders and the farmers, I always cry. I weep for myself, for my country. Why? Now listen. It's because Oboriwori, you don't have a plan. Nigeria don't have a plan. So anybody can just do ranches anywhere, can carry cow and go into people's farm. And you can farm anywhere. In your new plan, sir, there will be a dedicated place for farming. Then you can control it. You can secure it. So no cow. In fact, you are not even allowed to move cow anywhere. There's a place where they train, where they rear cow. There's a ranch for it. You go there and work. Because who they born where they take like they waka follow bush, they follow cow, they follow everywhere. That's not a better life. In fact, they should be arrested. The same way they go to farm with cutlass, you will be arrested. Go to where, if you want to work in the farm, there's a decent, modernized farm where you can work. Go there and you'll be well paid, sir. And if you want to know how to rear cow, if you are very good with cow, go to the ranches and apply for a job. If you are useful, they will employ you. They will even train you and employ you. God bless you, and God bless Delta State. And I hope that my message begin to sink in, even when you are very, very upset. It's not my anger. Don't be angry with me, because it's not my making. It's not my decision to just make you unhappy. It is my job to do what I do. And that is where I'm going to try and end the show today. Like I said, my name is Daddy Chris, and this is not the state of the nation today. It's the weekly bulletin, where I try to take a look at what I've been talking all through the week. Please don't be offended if I've said something that offends you, but like I said, it's my job to do so. God bless you. I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected.